We're on the record in cause number 328588. The case is styled the State of Texas versus DeAndre J. Sutton. Mr. Sutton, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Sutton, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Sutton, you may put your hand down. How you doing, Mr. Sutton?
Okay.
That's good. Mr. Sutton, the information alleges that on or about October 17 of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, operating in a motor vehicle in a public place, that you committed the Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration of 0.15 or more. Mr. Sutton, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Sutton, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Mr. Sutton, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest these charges?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Sutton, prior to signing the misdemeanor plea admonishment, which is State's Exhibit 1, and the trial court certification of defendant's rights of appeal, you were explained your rights as a defendant, as an attorney, as a defendant without an attorney. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You were informed that you had a right to hire an attorney, or if you did not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney be appointed to represent you, or you may represent yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You also was fully explained these options, and you informed the court that you wanted to waive your right to an attorney and to represent yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And prior to talking to or speaking to a prosecutor about your case, you signed a written waiver of right to be represented by an attorney. And that written waiver is located in State's Exhibit number 1, the misdemeanor plea admonishment. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
In State's Exhibit number 1, on page 2 of State's Exhibit number 1, there are two sets of initials. The first set of initials is on a line that says no contendere, which means no contest. Are these your initials?
Yes, sir.
And also on page 2 of this document, below the paragraph that says discovery admonishment, there's a set of initials on a line that states, I do not request discovery of the evidence. I waive my right to request discovery in the case and choose to enter a plea of guilty or no contest. Are these your initials?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that says defendant that purports to be yours. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Sutton, I have another document here that is titled the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. There's a signature on above the line at the bottom that says defendant that purports to be yours. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box says that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you are waiving, which means you're giving up your rights in appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Prior to signing and initialing these documents, did you have an opportunity to read the documents?
Yes, sir.
And did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's Exhibit number 1?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'd also like to offer State's Exhibit number 2, that's the probable cause affidavit for this case.
Mr. Sutton, the state is offering State's Exhibit number 1 and State's Exhibit number 2 in your case to be used against you as evidence. State's Exhibit number 1 is the document that have your initials on page 2 and your signature on page 3. State's Exhibit number 2 is the probable cause affidavit. We commonly refer to it as the police report. The state would like to use both of these documents as evidence against you in your case. Is it all right for the state to use these documents as evidence in your case?
Yes, sir.
No objection, states exhibit number 1 and states exhibit number 2 are admitted. Mr. Sutton, is there any evidence that you are currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, sir.
Mr. Sutton, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. It's for 60 days, credit for time served, tax and retire of the court costs.
Okay. Mr. Sutton, the state is offering that you serve 60 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you would not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you'll be given credit for the time that you've already served. Mr. Sutton, if you owe any court costs, and the court cost in this case is $327, you would not have to pay it because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Mr. Sutton, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Sutton, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Sutton, please have a good day and follow the bill.